Hey, Basket Brains, Kirby here, aka Darkwing Disc. And studies show that you shouldn't brush your teeth with your left hand. Apparently, a toothbrush works so much better. Alongside me is Ollie DePina, and Ollie told me that he read in the news that the company that makes yardsticks will not be making them any longer. Welcome to episode 69 of the KO Disc Golf Show. This is the Bellsprout edition. Famous players to wear the number 69, Brock Lesnar, Jared Allen, and David Bakhtari. This is the nice episode, of course. No Mariners or Red Sox have ever worn the number 69, which is pretty interesting. I found that there was only 10 players in MLB history that wore the number 69. Last player for each team was Luis Medina in 1988 for the Guardians, and Anthony Veneziano for the Royals, Alan Mills for the Yankees in the 90s, and apparently he only pitched for like two-thirds of an inning before they sent him back down to the minors, and the Yankees have never had another player wear the number 69. So it's kind of an interesting like little blip on their radar. I'm not going to go through the rest of them, but there's only a few players in MLB that have ever worn the number 69. Ollie, you want to hit us with the Giants?
The Giants have 9 more players to wear the 69 than the entire MLB history. We have 19 69s in Giants history, which is pretty sick. Most accoladed, or like biggest one would be Willie Young from 66 to 75, and then one in my lifetime, Super Bowl champion, Rich Subert.
Nice. So this is the KO Disc Golf Show. We'll get right into the KO question of the week. What disc do you want to see that currently doesn't exist in the market? And this could be anything in terms of like flight numbers, maybe shape or something like that. So put it in the comment section, and Ollie and I will give you ours at the end of the episode. Ollie, how's it going, man? How you doing?
It's good. Just been just trying to get stronger, doing that biking thing, working, and then, still getting in disc golf when I can, which is awesome. I got to go play. Had my buddy Vincent come back from Rochester, he moved to, so he came back for the weekend, so I got a nice round in at Lakewood, which was fun. So I was like, oh, playing Lakewood again. I was like, okay, verse, I got the lines already, but I played with a bag that I didn't have any of the discs that I knew, which was pretty cool, so I got to try a bunch of new discs. I tried the Solar Flare. That was pretty fun, and I really liked. I was throwing the Fever a ton. It's I think it's the TD2.
The TD2, yeah. The
Yeah, and
old
it's
Innova made mold, yeah.
yeah. I fell in love with that, and my buddy was like, "You can just have this," and I was like, "He's like, it's a pretty expensive disc," and I was like, "Oh, geez, thank you."
Yeah.
And
they're hella rare, and they're kind of sought after because it's like the most understable thing in the Discmania or the Innova made Discmania line from back in the day. So that's a sick disc, dude. That's really nice of them.
Yeah, it's like really nice condition too, so I'm like super happy with it. I was just throwing so many rollers at Lakewood with it. I was like, "Oh, this is a roller hole now." I was like, "This is a roller hole now." And then also it has a nice, yeah, it just has a nice disc. I was just
Yeah.
super awesome. And then a couple other, yeah, he had like a blank stamped Wraith, just a bottom stamped one, I mean. And yeah, it was just awesome. He just like let me borrow some discs, and so throwing them around, and it was like, you can just keep them. And then gave me an All-Star Game Damian Lillard jersey from 2020. So I was like, I felt like a little kid on Christmas. Honestly, it was awesome. So
That's sick.
good weekend hanging out. And biking around. Yeah, it's been fun.
What how many miles did you do, I guess, like this past week? I think that's what we're gonna do like week to week now on
Yeah.
the show, is to kind of do like
Well,
a mile tracker for you.
Since it's early, I'll say that for the last 2 weeks, from the year to date, it's 110.9 miles. And then let's see if I can find just last week's. I think it was 58.33 miles for 5 hours and 3,335 feet of elevation bike.
Wow. It's pretty good.
We're gaining.
Yeah, that's I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
damn, bro.
I biked across 520, and that was like really, really fun. That was really fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It seems like that would be on a nice day. I feel like that would be really a really enjoyable experience.
Hard with the wind. It was like, wow, this is a little tough, but I stayed against the wall and just powered through. It was pretty fun.
That's sick. Yeah, I see people walking out there, and yeah, like I said, on a really nice day, man, I can imagine that being really cool. Um, I have kind of a funny
Ugh.
story to tell you, kind of silly, but I did something kind of bad this week that I'm not like super proud of. Um, I cheated, quote unquote, on like one of my best and longest relationships I've had in Seattle. For those that don't know, I've been getting my hair cut from the same guy for the last 10 years. His name is Tam. He's on Capitol Hill. Shout out Tam. He's awesome. He's like, I don't know, Korean or Vietnamese, maybe, I don't know, one of those two, Korean or Vietnamese, but he's like, just like the nicest guy. And I walk in there all the time. He's like, "What's up, brother? Sit down," and I really needed a haircut really bad this week. So I went to one of those like trendy places by my house, that has like the TVs on the wall and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. And I'm like sitting in the car beforehand, just being like, we really doing this, man? Like we have to, like, we really need a haircut, like so bad. We need a hair, like we need our haircut. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll go get some like I'm thinking about the person who's cutting my hair and I'm like, it's not gonna be Tam. It's like maybe it'll be, like an attractive girl or something. Like that's kind of cool. I'm kind of down for that. It's like maybe it's like just like a really nice like old lady. I was like, okay, kind of interesting. I'm kind of like, okay, I can do this. All right. So I go in and I check in, and there's like this really nice, like kind of older lady who's cutting hair, and she's chatting it up with the guy. And I was like, okay, okay, like I can do this. We're all right. And who comes up to the register but this like young Asian guy? And he's like, hey, I can take you if you're ready. And I just kind of look at him. I go, guess I have a type. Let's go.
Cheated on your barber.
With another Asian barber. I couldn't believe it, dude. I was like, oh my God. I went home and I was like, honey, I got my hair cut. And like, she was like, are you okay with it? I was like, yeah. I was like, he did a good job. I was just like, I feel bad.
If
Like
you go
literally,
back, he's gonna know.
Tam's gonna know. He's be like, these are different clippers that did this. This is not the same
It's not my
fade I give
work.
you. Yeah, exactly. It's not my work. So that happened this week. I mean, we got it cut. We definitely needed it badly, but that was just it was really emotional for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was a big deal. It was really weighing on me heavy. So I'm glad I can kind of get this off my chest here on the show and just kind of talk it out a little bit. That's really the first step to recovery is to just kind of talk about it. Um, we're gonna get right into the tournament recap. This is the tournament recap presented by Emerald City Discs. Emerald City Discs, the gem of the Pacific Northwest. This past weekend was a relatively light weekend for tournaments. There was the White River Open, um, and then there was also Throwchella, which I'm going to bring up real quick. Um, so, taking down White River Open and MPO, we have Axel Olsen and Caleb Joyner coming in second place, with John Babb coming in third place. So, we had a little ECD 1-2 punch there at the top. That's pretty awesome. Dallas Garber and Daniel Pfaff coming in tied fourth. Good to see SeaTac Zach Rosiska out there. I haven't seen him playing for a while, so that's awesome. Stephanie Hook won FPO. Kyle Crabtree beat out Bjorn Peeney and Keone Kahala, who tied for second place in MP40. Keone also a member of Team ECD, so awesome to see there. Good showing from ECD this weekend. Jody Dixon beat out Christina Roberts for FP40. Steve Bell took down MP60. Barry Fisher won MP70. Kenneth Sheedy won MA1, just beating out Box Squad captain Alexander Maccabee, and then Lyndon Carroll coming in third place there. FA1 was won by Faith Curtis, beating out Sierra Griffiths. MA40 was won by Vic Branchiaco. I'm going to have to talk to him and ask him how to pronounce that. He beat out my new business partner, Don Oridi, in MA40. T-Bex, Box Squad member T-Bex came in first place for FA40, beating out Kayla Signs Oriti. And then Jenny Awesome Krasinski came in third place there. Jake Dixon taking down MA50 over Mike Dunn and John Johnson, who tied for second. Grant Toshi taking down MA60. Looks like he beat Marty Smith in a playoff. That seems pretty exciting. Kyle Couture taking down MA2 over Rob Sear and Aaron Brasher. David Hardman winning MA3 over Brian Arthur, and Katie Gartley winning FA3. So congratulations to all the winners out there. Seems like it was a relatively decent weekend. I didn't really hear too much stuff about it really, which is great. So I'm gonna find that Throwchella stuff real quick. Oh, probably should have done this before the show started. All right, winning MPO for Throwchella. This was like a 21 hole layout up at Kayak where they kind of did a mix of gold, blue, and red, from what I believe.
Okay, yep.
Um, I don't know. I thought, okay, I like that they're trying to do something different, but at the same time, like, I don't think that's what people meant when they said they wanted the courses mixed up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we want to go like one whole gold to one whole red kind of thing. I think people want to see more like safari style layout out there, and that place has the capability to do so much of that. Quinn Lawler taking down MPO, beating out Josh Lowe. Jason Van Proyen winning MP40 over Cajun. Eric Hughes, Box Squad member, beat out Tristan Keller for MA1. Daisy James for FA1. Adrian Atman beating out Justin the Circler Boone for MA40. Thomas Nelson beat out Greg Brooks for MA50. The fucking goat Chuck Knudsen won MA60 over Mark Minich. Sean Peters beat out Emroy King for MA2. Justin Wells won MA3, and Jared Bouvier won MA4,
Ooh.
and then Katie Harrington won FA4. So congratulations to all the winners this weekend. That's awesome. Getting out and playing. Um, Getting to the weather look ahead. Ollie, you want to hit us with the intro there?
Oh yeah, I think I have that newer thing that I gotta make sure
Yeah,
I have ready. We're growing. Luckily, I screenshot. Don't need to pull it up.
heck yeah.
This is the weather look ahead presented by AGL. Together we can reduce, reuse, and recycle for a greener future for disc golfers.
Yeah, so weather look ahead. Oh, I think I skipped a part. I skipped of the tournament look ahead, but we're looking at North Bend this week. We'll get into the tournament look ahead next. This week we're looking at North Bend because that's where the Mountain View Championship is happening this weekend. Looks like Sunday is going to be really, really nice, pretty warm. Looking at like maybe like low to mid 80s. Um, Partly cloudy on Saturday, so still kind of warm. Looking at like high 70s. Tomorrow and Thursday, if you're going to get out there and practice, it's not going to be great. We're looking at almost guaranteed chance of rain tomorrow, 95%. We're looking at like a 64% chance of rain on Thursday as well. So hopefully Friday, the temperature jumps up to like mid 70s. Hopefully that dries the course out on Friday, and then Saturday we get in there just having nice clean course, freshly washed course with all the rain there. So I will be out tomorrow, which is Wednesday, painting lines and stuff like that. So. But yeah, we'll get right into the tournament look ahead presented by Swamp Cow Kava Bar. Swamp Cow Kava Bar, love that muddy water. All right, so yeah, we're doing the Mountain View Championship this weekend. And this is an alternate layout to South Fork Landing, very, very similar to the Tweeds layout that we did just a few months ago. I did a YouTube video where I kind of previewed the layout with the fucking goat Chuck Knudsen. So he and I went out and played and kind of showed just like where some of the Mandos are going to be. We talked about some of the lines. Chuck kind of showed the MA60 shots, and I showed the MPO shots, and it was a good time. I had a really good time playing with Chuck for sure.
Oh, I didn't
Um,
even see that. I need to go watch that.
oh yeah, it was a lot of fun for sure,
I
definitely.
saw the roller clip
Yeah,
of that was pretty cool.
that was sick. Yeah, I was trying to throw it. I mean, the way it just like kicked
Yeah.
right up and at it, I could not believe it, man. That was awesome. But so we're doing the alternate layout, very very similar to the Tweez event, like I said. Couple of shots that are changed. We're not playing like traditional hole four. Hole four is going to be from four's tee pad going to six's basket, and we are going to go through the triple mando. I'm going to see if I can find like a decent flag banner, and I might try to replace that mando that's up top with like a new like feather banner or something like that if I can find the time or if I can find like a good one in the next like 2 days or so. Um, but I'd like to replace that, maybe tighten it up a little bit because I think it's starting to like sag and I think it's starting to get like lower and lower because it's not actually tied to anything on that left hand side. It's just like tied around it. It's just like holding itself up. So I'm like, oh man, like
Mm.
if something were to happen or if somebody were to hit it, like I could see this thing like kind of like sneaking down. So I'd like to just kind of get it up there, maybe like actually secure it to the thing that like, hey, this is like the consistent line where it's going to be kind of deal. But yeah, going over to from fours basket or from fours tee pad past fours basket to sixes basket. Then it's going to be from the left side of sevens tee pad going to fives basket. And then there's kind of a marked tee pad in the middle of the field going out to one of the big bushy trees where we've had the basket in the past. And then hole seven's kind of the one that I think is going to be kind of decisive with people. I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy it, and a few people are going to have some strong words about it. Um, Basically, it's like a 199-foot shot to that elevated platform that we like to use kind of out on that side. And basically, everything in between you and that platform is hazard. That platform is in bounds, and then behind the platform, like the path in that, is all going to be out of bounds. So it's like basically an island without being a full-on island because you're not going to get like you're not out of bounds. You're not going to a drop zone or anything like that. You're just taking where it lies, kind of thing. So um, I'm really excited for it. I think it's a really fun shot. I think it's very doable. I think the short side of the island, so to speak, is only like 150 feet or less than that, or 140 feet, something like that. So if you want to even bail out even shorter to the left hand side, you have that capability. You have that option. So should be a really good event. The rest of the shots are pretty similar to things we've done in the past. There's two really fun water shots that I'm really excited about. I'm gonna contact. We have a guy who goes out and dives in the pond, so we're gonna reach out to him probably like this coming week and just tell him like, hey, Sunday night, Monday, or sometime next week, if you want to get out there and skim the pond. He's really good about bringing everything with a name back into it, like with a name on it back into the shop here, and we're really good about trying to get it out to people and that kind of stuff. So. If you do happen to lose your disc in the water, just give us some time and we'll get it back to you eventually, kind of deal. So, do you have any questions or anything like that about the layout for the weekend? I know
No,
you're talking about signing up.
yeah, I'm gonna be just got to double check a couple things later on today, but I think by tonight I should be signed up, if not latest tomorrow morning. But should be tonight. But yeah, everything sounds pretty straightforward. It's just exciting. I always do love these safari layouts over here, and I've always enjoyed playing them. So um, the island shot's definitely really touchy. It's gonna be hard to not cook it too much, but um, and at the same time still try to make it. I feel like for some players, but even if you go long on that backside, it's still a makeable putt from that out of bounds spot, I believe, right? Or is it past the bushes even? You're having
No,
OB.
it's the OB behind there, like because you're taking a meter off of that edge too, because you're
Okay,
it's
yeah,
OB. So yeah, I mean like if you blow past it, you should have a pretty easy par. And
three,
if you're
yeah,
short and hugging the wall, you should have like a 10, 12 foot, like slightly elevated putt. So it should be a relatively easy par if you just throw a shot
yeah,
at the basket, but I think it's the ones that are hitting the wall and then rolling away, and now you're looking at 45 feet, 50 feet, slightly elevated. That's going
yeah.
to be kind of tough there. So, um, yeah, I think, and like, I don't want to commit to this just yet fully, but I think this is my favorite layout so far of what we've done, and I think going forward, like when we do the Tweeds event next year, we do Mountain Championship next year, I think it's going to be mostly this layout. This is the layout that I think I'm having the most fun with, and I think is the it flows really nicely and like that kind of thing. So, um, there might be like one or two holes where maybe we move the tee pad around a little bit, or maybe we add a Mando or take a Mando out or something like that. But I really, really love this layout, and I think this is the layout of that I want to do consistently, kind of going forward. So, assuming the park all stays the same and all that, this would be the one that you could expect to see from Emerald City Discs regularly, kind of deal. So, and we have a hole named after you, bro. We got Ollie's Eagle out there.
Whoa, let's
Yeah, did
go!
you? I told you that, right? Did I not
I
told?
don't think
Did,
so.
no,
No.
yeah, yeah. So when we went out and did that practice round and looked at it, I was like, okay, we're just gonna make this the hole then. So I don't know if it's the exact spot, but I tried to find a spot right about where you said you eagled it from. That's like flat enough where we can use it as a tee
Tee,
pad.
tee off.
And then yeah, so I think the play there. I know you were throwing that like forehand, like Firebird kind of like flexi.
Yeah,
I think it's either that or just throwing a hyzer just in front of the Mando tree and like
yeah.
kind of giving yourself like a 30-footer. But that's it's like it's a hard shot, dude. It's like really, really difficult. I actually threw one, I think yesterday I was there and I got it to skip in front of the basket. And then I was like way, way fucking gone, like way over there. And I was just like, I see it, but that is hard.
Yeah, yeah, if you're going for it, and because mine was all air, if I didn't hit the basket, I'm probably like near 14, or like I'm like I could have
Sense.
skipped and gone like 20 feet by 14's bench. Like it's
Yeah.
so funny how no, I do like that left side a lot though. That's what that forehand flex I feel like does play into. You can throw a little bit of a higher speed disc, even if you do miss a little more left, and it'll have the bite to come back and fight. It's a little more poke and pray, hoping to beat the bush, but it's kind of by that drop zone spot where I feel like sometimes the worst you can end up, where it's a makeable putt still, even from there. So
Yeah.
definitely, yeah, that's awesome. That makes me really happy. This is, yeah, a little giddy
What
right now.
I guess where okay, to follow up on that, where exactly did you eagle it from? Because like where I imagined was you hit the tree in the middle and then you dropped kind of on that flat part just left of the
To the
tree.
left. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's
yeah.
where I kind of put the basket. I kind of put the tee pad maybe like a few feet behind of where you were, just so there is like a flat
It
like
was
run
like
up
it
to
hit
it.
back like diagonally a little bit.
Okay,
I
when
don't
you
know.
go out there,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if you're like this is exactly it, or if you're like oh it was actually like a couple
I
feet this
think
way
I
or that
was
way kind of thing.
like stagger stance too. On 'cause I always throw my
I can
forehands
see
like a
that.
little like oh yeah, a little
Yeah,
choppy guy.
it's got to be super choppy and really overstable to like bend like basically like around the bush the way the limbs are
Yeah,
hanging
I
down. You got
think
to
I
like
even went right of the first tree to enter the tunnel,
yeah, I
and
can
then
see
it was
that.
so overstable enough that it caught and came back,
Yeah,
and just yeah,
that's really sick. So
sweet.
okay,
Let's
do it
go.
again this weekend, like $800 ace pot. So just ring that up.
Hell yeah.
Okay, are you ready for the best 90 seconds of your week? Because we got Ollie's 90-second breakdown. I'm gonna get a 90-second timer up. It's Worlds Week, baby. There's tons to talk about. This is going to be one of those 90-second breakdowns that afterwards we got a bunch of stuff to kind of recap. So, definitely looking forward to it. Are you ready, my dude?
Woo! Yeah.
All right. Three, two, one, hit it.
Worlds takes us to Nokia, Finland, and own Scoggins! World champ. Unbelievable. Your Masters Cup World Champ is now your FBO champion of the world. 44 years old. Literal tears in my eyes watching that. Like I was like, Roxy, come here, watch this. She was like hurriedly getting ready. Lydia, Ida Letomaki, more like Leto Mako. This girl is a shark. Look at her name. Her name is the future. Ella the Stella Hansen shoots a 10:57 rated final round in the course record round to get a third place. Henna, bloom right into your podium finish. Disappointing little yips at the end there from her, but she's still doing great. Gannon the Cannon Burr, the best in the world at throwing a frisbee. Gooseman is making a habit of being the bachelorette and not the bride. It's all right, Gooseman. Take your hot boy haircut and get it next year. The prettiest guy, your Finnish cowboy, locking down a third place. And Ezra A. hold on to fourth place. Solo the Pasta Man himself and Barella tied fifth. In an unbelievable world, Sully Tipton was doing so unbelievable well, playing out of his mind, really played to his forehand game. And yeah, the Gannon, Iceman, the competition, it was amazing to see. And that is your ice I can break down. I don't know how much time I had left, but
You had 7 seconds left. That was solid, bro.
that was
Solid.
good. That was good.
That was really
That might
good.
be that would be the defending one probably now.
Yeah, that's my new all timer. So hell yeah, dude.
Woo!
Dude. All right. So I haven't watched a lot of MPO, but that FPO Final Nine, that I watched that here at the store. Um, Crazy, dude. At like absolutely crazy. I think that Lenomaki girl with her, she took like a 13 the day
Yeah,
before. Dude, I thought until that happened, I was like, she is going to stroll into a world championship at the age of 15. Like that is
she was
insane.
up 12. She was up
Yes.
12. Like up 12.
She lost 10 strokes to Henna Bloomrose on one
Yep.
hole. One hole. That
Yeah.
is, I don't even hate the rule for that hole either, that you have to throw
I
until
love
you
that
make the
hole.
island. Yeah, like I don't hate it. That's all fine because you know you have to make going into that hole, you know
Yeah,
you have
that
to
should be
put
your
it on
most
there.
practiced spot. Yeah, you should be.
Yes.
And she was out of position too. The next day she went and threw it up the fairway and took the shorter path to the island where it's like you don't need to be hero shotting this and getting a birdie every hole, you know? You're
Yeah.
up 12, girl. Like
Yeah.
go, but after you've done it 3 or 4 times, you can't make that decision cuz then it doesn't matter. So, that was a little frustrating where I was like, "Dang." But awesome of her to go and get the birdie the next hole. That was like bounce back on go. So
Huge.
that was cool.
Huge. Yeah. I mean, I really think we're going to be seeing her name like in the future going forward for contending for a lot of championships. This game is getting younger and younger. I mean, on both sides of the game now. Like everyone was kind of asking, like, when is that FPO Gannon Burr type player going to show up? And it's like, well, here she is. 15. Like this is the Gannon Burr model type coming into there. I thought it was really interesting that the playoff was 45 and 15 years old, a literal 30-year difference between the two of them. Pretty awesome. Um, I don't know. It's cool, man. Ella Hansen getting that final like huge round. I think she actually had a chance to win Worlds had she just like parred the very last hole, and I think she took like a bogey or something like that. Or she had a chance to
She
go to the
she
playoff or
missed
something.
the putt. Yeah, she missed that. It was a shorter putt too. She was hitting a lot of long putts, and it was a shorter putt. She missed it high left, and it went out on that elevated basket towards the left side. Didn't go out of bounds, but then, yeah, took the bogey there. But if she gets to that playoff, there's not an ounce of my mind that Ella Hansen doesn't go and win worlds there. Because
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
I'll go sell my house and put Ella Hansen in a playoff against those two. So it's like
I
especially the
mean,
way she was playing that day. It was bummer to see, but you get to walk off with a third place, hold your head high with like a. Even though the weekend you had a great day, or weekend wasn't the best, you had a great day and get to end like on a great note for that kind of part of your season. And then I feel like yeah, there's so much to be happy about. You know, you can't even be too bummed with that part of your day.
I think that's like the third highest rated FPO round ever, or something like that, or it's like one of the
Yeah,
top three ever. I mean, that's just yeah. I mean,
I
obviously in
forget what the
hindsight,
course record was. I
yeah.
forget what
I
the
mean,
course record was before, but she blew it out of the water.
in hindsight, you can be very upset about like missing that putt, but in the moment, it's just like you don't know that they're not going to shoot fire coming down the stretch and be duking it, be throwing blow to blow kind of thing, right? Like you can't you can't assume right anything. You just have to just go and play your game and try to make all the putts you can make. You can't think if I lay this up, something good will happen kind of deal. Um, Really, I mean, just really fascinating, really, really interesting, and so good for Gannon Burr. I mean,
Yeah. Oh my
dude,
God.
it's crazy because I feel like I've like so when I went down to Pasadena for Wintertime Open, Owen was down there and I got kind of like talking with her a little bit. So to see her win and then to also play around with Gannon Burr this year and see him win as well, it's like, dude, I've kind of in the 8 months or the last 6 months I've interacted with both of our current world champions now. It's just cool that like this is the game, man. Like if you just kind of like get around in that, like you're gonna meet like literally anybody that you want to and everybody kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
just
dude, you saw me at Beaver State last year, dude. I got to have a beer with dude. I get
Mhm.
that photo with with Owen and stuff. Like,
Pull out the bottle.
Roxy knows like Owen is one of my favorite players ever. So yeah, mentally just such an inspirational like player. Like good around, bad around. She's just always head held high, and She's so cool. Yeah, I was so
Yeah.
and yeah, Ganon's one of my favorite players too. Where I was just like, this is the best outcome of Worlds. I think. Like if you
Yeah.
asked me who I want to win Worlds, I think I would have said Ganon Burr and Scoggins, like
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. I I think I would agree with that. Only because now I have a higher chance of pitching it to Isaac Robinson that says if you want to win another Worlds, you need me in the field, buddy. He's won Worlds and he won Champions Cup with when I was in the field. So it's like, buddy, I'm there
Fly
for you
me
if you
out.
need me. Let me know. Just pay my entry fee and I'll make it there. Let's do it. Um,
You end up winning. He's like,
dude,
what
hey,
the
yeah, he's like, God damn it. I wouldn't hate it.
biggest
Honestly,
biggest
solid
scam of
result.
all time?
Yeah, solid result for your boy here. So, all right, we're gonna answer the KO question of the week. This was, what disc do you want that currently doesn't exist? Ollie, I do have an answer. Do you have one?
You go first.
All right, so my disc, I thought of this a long time ago. I want to call this disc the cheat code. I think I have a disc right here. So basically, what I'm thinking is when you throw the disc like this, like play it up, it's really understable. When you go upside down like this, now the disc is overstable. One disc does all your needs.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. The do it all disc.
That's right.
Yep.
And we call it the cheat code, or you call it like the AB, up, down, left, right, or something. Yeah,
I
I don't know, there's something there.
This is kind of dumb, but it honestly is the thing that keeps popping in my brain, and it's uh I've wanted it for a while too, but it's a tilt style disc, but more in like a soft or a DX plastic, just other than like that hard plastic. So a
Yeah.
beat in tilt would be really fun to mess around with. I've always had that like. If a tilt ever got a little understable, what would it do? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if that's possible. So,
I mean,
but
like the
a DX tilt would probably be my go.
Yeah, I mean, I would think like the exo soft plastic would probably make for like a really gnarly tilt because it would be like sharp edges, but also like kind of like a little flexible at the same. That's kind of fun, dude. I kind of love that.
Dude, that's why I was like, because I'm always like, yeah, I just try to beat the crap out of my tilts, and they don't do anything different. But if for a second I had a plastic that just deteriorated, or dropped some grams here after hitting a couple of trees, it'd be pretty cool. So,
Yeah, soften those edges.
it,
That'd be. I mean, I'm kind of sold on that too because I feel like that would actually be like. Because like, oh man, I'm just thinking like the practical application because you can just throw that on a spike, and instead of getting like a skip or anything like that, it's just hitting and sticking because the
you,
plastic wants to
I
grab the
throw
ground too. I'm
I
in.
throw the tilt on approach shots, and so it's like, how much would that help me? A
Yeah,
lot.
I'm super in on that. Hell yeah. All right, we're going to get into the draft this week. The draft this week is the dim sum draft. Basically stuff you would see at like a normal like dim sum restaurant or general Thai restaurant kind of deal. Ollie, I'll give you the first pick. Go for it, bud.
We're gonna go with like a pork spring roll because it's one of my favorites. I know it's
Hell
a
yeah.
little lighter on the thing, but I just don't feel like I can go without having it there. It's just
Yeah.
a must have for me. I'm getting a bunch of them too, so it's like
hmm
um
I
I'm,
like
I'm
the
gonna
ones with
take
the
it. I
shrimp
don't
in
know
there
if I'm
too.
reaching, but yeah, I don't know if I'm reaching, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
No, that's totally on there. I like the pork and the pork and the shrimp ones that have like the noodles and the basil in them. Yeah, really, really
Yep,
nice.
yep.
Totally. All right. So for my first pick, I'm gonna pick Xiao Long Bao, which is those like soup dumplings. Love me some soup
Okay.
dumplings.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Going to
That's
like
an easy one.
oh yeah,
I've
Din Tai Fung. They hit so freaking hard.
okay. I'm gonna have to clutch up here.
And then for my second pick is gonna be this is like an all timer and not even like a negotiation for me. Like when I go to like some kind of dim sum restaurant, and it's garlic green beans. I absolutely
Ah,
love like like the Szechuan green bean, the garlic green bean, some kind of green bean side. I absolutely got to get them every time. Usually I like the garlic
okay.
ones because my wife and I don't like too spicy foods, but I don't know. I garlic green beans, Szechuan green beans, whatever.
Okay, okay.
You got 4 and 5 back to back.
For four, we're gonna have to go with the steamed barbecue pork buns.
Yeah,
Those soft buns on the outside. You get, oh, it's so good. I love
yeah,
that sweet barbecue. It's always delicious. I get a lot of those as well.
really nice. I like the
I'm kind of,
with like the red bean ones too. That's like kind of sweet.
yeah,
I like those.
yep. Yeah.
Those are nice too.
We're gonna have to go. I think we're gonna have to go. I'll be able to get this last one. Kind of inspired me, so we're gonna go with the sticky rice roll, uh, as
Ooh,
my third pick.
okay.
Big fan. I like any rolls really. I'm a big masubi guy. That's probably one of my favorite foods ever. I'm like, you just put it some rice, wrap it up, and put something in the middle. I think it can't go wrong.
Did you know that so there's like a Hawaiian bakery really close to ECD here called Patrick's. Do you know they do like masubi
hmm
eating contests there?
I I know that masubi eating contests are a thing because one of my friends, she does, like, she's really good. She wins like a bunch of them, so I'm sure they know who she is.
That's
So
crazy. Yeah, they
I
have like
I,
a
I
like
was
a
like, I want her to take me. I'm gonna be like, I want to like do one, so but I don't want to go alone. So if I go with someone that's like hella good, I'll feel a
yeah,
lot better.
yeah.
And so I was like, you gotta take me, and I'll do it with you.
Dude, I love going to Patrick's. There's an awesome little cafe over there, and they have like a real like WWE title belt that says like Masubi eating champion on it and stuff like that. I'm like, this is cool. The videos are fun too. It's like a bunch of like kids that they have doing it too.
Hell
So
yeah.
they'll have like teenagers just taking them down. Um, all right. So for my sixth pick here, this is another one. If I see these on the menu or if I see these coming to the table on the cart, like I'm grabbing them every time. And it's salt and pepper chicken wings.
Okay.
Love them. I really like the ones that have the
Yeah.
like sometimes they do like a dry toast with the jalapeno first and then they put the wings
Yeah.
in there and the wings just kind of get the spice or the chilies. Really good. And then for my last pick here, feeling like I'm gonna need some kind of noodle, so I'm gonna go with like ah man, I'm so basic. A nice like pad thai. Love pad thai. I love like pork pad thai. Kind of get like beef pad thai. Are you saying no to pad thai?
No, I'm saying that's the opening I needed. This guy just
Okay.
left the door open
I
without.
was like, pad thai is
Pat,
totally a
there's
dim
so
sum
many.
food.
Yeah, it is, but when you go to a dim sum, you're gonna get. I feel like I'm getting more of the thicker noodle. I don't know. That might just be me.
Sure.
I'm getting some thicker noodles.
I'm kind
I
of a
feel it
simp
though.
for
I
a
feel it.
good pad thai. I really like extra peanuts, extra lime. Like, let me like, yeah, no, I get what you
You open
mean,
the door.
but
I think
I
you
know
open the
who I
door.
am. All right, go. What do you got for number eight here?
I gotta take it. Short rib. When the
Oh
short
yeah,
ribs come out on the plate, I'm just.
yeah.
I actually order when I go with my family. They'll order one and they'll order one just for me because I'm bodying that myself. I'm
Oh
telling
yeah,
you, I don't want nobody taking a short rib. They're
yep.
so good.
Do you like
So I
the
I
cold
do think
ones?
I'm lacking in a noodle dip. Oh, I can do a cold one. Yeah, bro. I'm not that picky to be honest. It's like you put a short rib in front of me and it's edible. I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah. All right.
I do like it. I like it a little warm. I like it cold. I don't know. I like it. I feel like one of the places I always get it at is like Din Tai Fung, and they'll do
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like
Theirs is
it's like
cold.
warm, but the sauce is cold. Oh no, okay.
Oh, I think
It
there's this.
feels like
Oh, maybe the. I don't know. I haven't. I've only had
maybe
the
it's the
short rib
other way
like.
around. Maybe it's the other
Yeah.
way around or something. But it seems like it's not. Maybe it is all cold. Maybe I just haven't had it in a minute. Now
I
that
just
I'm
remember
thinking
that
about it,
one
but
being cold, and I didn't like it very much. I didn't
I
like
don't
theirs
mind it.
very much.
I can do that one. I don't.
Mm.
I can do that one. But and the other thing, I really always like the appetizers for it's like the cucumber. They
Oh
usually
yeah,
cut kind of
the
crazily.
little
Yeah,
salad. Yeah, with like
I
the yeah.
really, really like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, some of my honorable mentions here. I had pot stickers. Love some crispy pot stickers. I like the honey
Yep.
walnut prawns, with like the mayo and like the pineapple and the walnuts on there. I think those are really good. Chinese broccoli with oyster sauce. Not my favorite, but it's a really nice like side dish, a really nice compliment. And then the place that I go to by my house has like a barbecue like section, so I'll get like barbecue pork or barbecue duck usually, and I really like that like barbecue pork that they like dye red. I don't know
Yeah.
what that red. I don't know if they're actually putting food coloring on it or not, but it is really
If
really
it's red
nice.
5, then give
Yeah,
it all to me.
We're big fans of Red 5 around here. Red 5 and Blue 44.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Red 5 going away party the day before the band goes.
Oh.
All right. That was a great draft. I think our food drafts are always honestly pretty good.
Have a good time. I think
We
it's
go
yeah,
it.
I have a good time with them. I'll recap real quick. Ollie had
Yeah.
pork spring rolls. He had steamed barbecue pork buns. He had sticky rice roll, and he had short ribs. You got a lot of pork on your list. Damn.
We
Um,
getting big, boys.
I
And
had
and what and
I I had xiaolong
and the
bao soup dumplings. I had garlic green beans. I had salt and pepper chicken wings, and I had pork pad thai. Dude, I'm fucking pumped about both of our lists. Actually, both of those are solid dinners.
oh yeah, episode 69. To end it, a fun one. It's always a good time here. Uh, a little quote from the go after some Worlds action. You want to know which ring is my favorite? The next one, Tom Brady. Aim high, shoot low. We'll see you next week. Peace.